A 12-year-old girl was locked in darkness for 10 years, until a millionaire said, "Not more night." For 10 years she never saw the sky, no stars, no sunrise, no moonlight creeping through a window, just darkness and silence. Her name was Leela. At 2 years old a rare genetic condition stole her sight. But what stole her joy was the world around her, one that decided she wasn't worth the effort. Her parents, overwhelmed and underprepared, left her in the care of a failing system in rural Missouri. Institutions, then foster homes, one after another. She wasn't abused, but she was forgotten, and sometimes, that's just as cruel. She never learned to read Braille, no one taught her. She never felt books, only the cold texture of untouched walls. No music, no laughter, only her own breathing in the dark. And then, a man named Thomas Hale stumbled across her file. Thomas was a tech millionaire, known more for controversial tweets than compassion. But behind the scenes, he had a quiet mission to find the invisible children, the ones the world pretended didn't exist, and shine a light on them. When he saw Leela's file, he froze. No medical care in 3 years, he whispered. No education, no contact, she's in a warehouse. He didn't wait for approvals. He flew in on his private jet, walked into the state-run facility posing as a donor, and within an hour, without warning, he was standing outside Leela's room. "Leela," he said gently. There was silence. Then, a tiny voice, "You're not real." Thomas knelt down. "I am, and I came to say something." A pause. Then, "No more night." And everything changed. Leela was flown to New York. She had never been on a plane, never been in a car that wasn't government-owned. Thomas moved her into his estate in the Hudson Valley, not out of pity, but because she needed safety, warmth, love. He hired teachers, specialists in Braille, mobility, music. The first time Leela touched a piano she cried. Not because it was beautiful, but because she realized sound could be her sight. At 13 she played Beethoven from memory. At 15, she wrote a book, Listening to Light, about the world she imagined when the world didn't care to imagine her. Thomas never asked for credit. But one morning, in front of a national crowd during a televised charity gala, Leela walked up to the mic, cane in hand, and said, "I was raised in darkness. Not because I was blind, but because no one believed blind kids were worth the light." Then a man I'd never met, who owed me nothing, said 4 words that gave me everything: "No more night." I think kindness isn't about saving people. It's about seeing people, truly seeing them, even when they can't see you back. The room went silent. Then standing ovation. A billionaire tech mogul wiped tears from his cheek. And halfway across the country, in another broken foster home, another child heard Leela's story, and believed they might matter too. Because sometimes it only takes one person to say, "Not more night," and suddenly, there's morning.